Hello friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to explain episode 3 of the new Thai BL series, Peach Lover. Please support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. That night, Sasam and Po were seen having dinner together outside. They went out according to Po's wishes. After the food was served, Po said that he had troubled Sasam because the food was too simple. For Sasam, he was also just an ordinary human. When he was about to taste the food, Sasam forgot to take off the mask he was wearing. According to Sasam, only then did he realize that being famous could be very troublesome. Seeing Sasam's cute behavior, Po smiled. Po also reminded Sasam to wear his hat. Sasam understood and did so. Po then said that being famous was not as bad as Sasam thought. Besides, Sasam could gain benefits from it, such as a lot of money. It was like Po painting 10 paintings, which could not be compared to Sasam just attending one event. Sasam asked whether Po knew what he had sacrificed for that. Sasam did earn money from his popularity, but it was exchanged for public affection. The public expected Sasam to become what they wanted him to be. Everything required sacrifice. Po felt that Sasam was being too serious. Sasam added that his family was actually very rich. He did not know why Sasam needed that much money. Po smiled at Sasam's answer. Po said that Sasam should not say things like that, because earning money by relying on oneself could make a person freer. No one had the right to look down on them. Sasam agreed with what Po said. Then they began to eat. They even fed each other. That night, both of them were very happy. Laughter could be seen between them. But while they were enjoying their meal, the sound of a camera shutter was heard. Meanwhile, at Meen's shop, In was still standing there. Knowing that, Meen said that his shop was already closed. Seeing In disappointed and having to go home, Meen treated In to a drink. However, it was not a cup of coffee, because he had already cleaned the coffee machine. In agreed, as long as Meen made it for him. Meen told In to wait. In obediently waited and even smiled. Meen returned with a special drink that he made himself. In drank it and praised how good it was. In also thanked Meen. Meen reminded him that he had to close the shop. In made a sad face again. Someone came and immediately asked Meen to leave. In was of course disappointed. Before he could even take a step, his heart was already broken. After dinner, Po invited Sasam to go to the city center. They sat near a statue. Sasam kissed Po, even though Po reminded him that they were in a public place. After that, they went shopping for clothes, bought snacks, and watched a movie. When Po ordered the tickets, he explained that Sasam could choose the seats they wanted. Sasam pointed to special seats, which were the honeymoon seats. Hearing that, Sasam said he wanted to sit there because he wanted to have a honeymoon with his lover. Po was shocked when Sasam said that. Sasam asked what Po was afraid of. After all, no one recognized them. But Po still felt that there were many people there. Sasam convinced Po that no one could see his face. After the movie ended, Po asked how the movie was. But Sasam did not know. All he knew was the warm feeling. Po blushed at what Sasam said. Sasam explained that Po should not misunderstand. He was just afraid that others would notice his partner trembling. Po asked why Sasam was being shy, whether he was afraid people would see how kind he was to Po. Sasam flicked Po's forehead and said that Po's mouth was too clever. Po teased Sasam back, saying that it was not only his mouth that was impressive. Sasam believed that. At Po's house, Sasam was already lying asleep on the sofa. When Po invited him to take a shower, he found Sasam sleeping. Po sat beside him. Po thanked Sasam for that night, kissed his forehead, and hugged him. Po then recorded himself speaking. Po said that during the last 2 days, he did not know who he was anymore. In the past, he was someone who only painted, accompanied by cheap coffee every day. Then suddenly, someone entered his life, making him smile freely and almost forget that Po had once been alone. Po did not know whether it was love or just obsession. But one thing Po knew was that the feeling made his heart beat faster than before. But if everything changed tomorrow, would Po still be able to smile? No matter what happened in the past, what mattered now was that Po would keep everything as beautiful memories. The next day, Po finished preparing breakfast. Sasam quietly came over and hugged Po from behind, kissing him repeatedly. Po told Sasam to stop and eat breakfast instead. Sasam said that he liked well-cooked fried eggs with chili sauce. Hearing that, Po praised Sasam's body and said that he thought Sasam liked half-cooked eggs. Po then talked about the exhibition he was going to hold. In 2 months, his free time would decrease. Po had to start creating new artworks and might need to move and live near the studio. Po would definitely come home less often. For Sasam, it was not a problem. He would come to the studio to see Po. Po explained that he wanted Sasam to start taking video recording seriously. In the future, Sasam might become even busier, and they would not have time to film together. Sasam understood. He then asked about the party the next day and whether Po was sure he would attend. Po said yes, and that was why Po had to stay overnight in Sasam's room. They said goodbye until later that night and kissed each other. While they were immersed in that kiss, In suddenly arrived. Both of them were shocked. In said that Sasam's father wanted to meet him. In explained about the brand ambassador matter of Kelong Airline. The narrator then explained that peaches are often used as a symbol of relationships. Relationships that must be hidden. Soft and smooth on the outside, sweet and juicy. Just like the beautiful image seen by everyone. But inside, there is a hard seed. Like a secret that cannot be revealed to anyone. It was seen that In was looking at the paintings in Meen's shop. Meen came and said that his cafe was open for coffee lovers, not to be watched by bodyguards. In replied that he only wanted to drink coffee. Meen asked what kind of coffee In wanted that day, latte, Americano, or the special drink Meen had made that night. Meen returned with the special drink he had prepared himself. Noticing that In kept staring at him, Meen asked what In was looking at. In said that Meen was very good at brewing coffee. For Meen, In was quite stubborn. He asked whether In was looking for coffee or actually looking for the coffee brewer. In smiled as he received his special drink. At Sasam's family house, Sasam was already sitting there. Sasam's older brother, Ingon, came. Sasam asked whether Ingon was not busy with his wedding invitation with Pin. Ingon handed an envelope to Sasam. Sasam asked where he got it from. Ingon said it was from their father's subordinate. Sasam asked whether their father and mother had already seen it. Ingon explained that he was the one who saw it first. But such an important matter could not be hidden forever. Ingon apologized because he could only help Sasam up to this point. If only Ingon had not insisted on marrying Pin, Sasam would not be suffering like this now. Their father and mother arrived. Sasam greeted them, but his mother was angry at him. She said Sasam had embarrassed them. Sasam asked what he should be ashamed of. The reason he rejected Uncle Long's airline was because the airline was too bad. Why should he sacrifice the image he had built with great effort for such a bad business? His father asked whether Sasam knew who Uncle Long's son-in-law was. How many times Uncle Long's family had helped them. And whether Sasam did not want to be grateful for that. Sasam answered that he should not be the one who owed gratitude. It should have been his father and mother. The argument between them almost erupted. Ingon asked his father to leave, while his mother asked Sasam again whether he would do it or not. Sasam asked back what he would get if he agreed. His mother explained that if Sasam became the brand ambassador, she would give him Tanam's address. Sasam was shocked when he heard that. If Sasam did not agree, he should not expect to meet Tanam again for the rest of his life. Sasam fell silent and remembered what Tanam had said. Tanam said that Sasam had ruined his life. And that Sasam was the reason his life became miserable. Ingon came back to Sasam. He asked what had really happened. Sasam did not want to answer. He only said that his parents wanted him to do something. Ingon asked seriously whether Sasam had ever been happy at home. Sasam explained that finally, Ingon understood why he needed Peach Lover as a shelter. Sasam murmured that his shelter was no longer Peach Lover. But Po. That night, in Sasam's room, Po was already asleep. Sasam, who had just returned, approached him. Sasam began kissing Po. Po woke up and asked who it was. Seeing Sasam's face, Po asked whether he was okay. Sasam said that he was a little stressed. Po asked whether it was because of work. Sasam shook his head and said that it was because of family problems. Po offered to help Sasam. Hearing that, Sasam suddenly grabbed Po and told him to call him Daddy. Po asked whether Sasam wanted to play cosplay to relieve stress. Because Po did not comply, Sasam reminded him again to call him Daddy. Po agreed. Sasam then said that while he was not around, Po had to behave. Po answered that he had done something bad that day. He did it alone once in the bathtub. Hearing that, Sasam said Po was very selfish. How could he be happy alone? Po apologized. But for Sasam, apologizing was not enough. Po had to receive punishment. Po turned around, and Sasam punished him with a heated night. That night at Meen's shop. While Meen was closing the shop, In came and helped him. Meen said the shop was already closed. Was In going to act spoiled and ask him to brew one more cup. In explained that he really wanted to drink at Meen's shop. Could he exchange that by helping Meen clean the shop? Meen agreed. When Meen turned around and slipped, In immediately helped him. Meen fell into In's arms. They were close and kissed each other. They both realized what they had done. In said that he had never done that with anyone else. Meen said the same, he never imagined he would act like that toward In. Taking the chance, In asked whether he could take care of Meen. Shyly, Meen answered that In could take care of him. Meen ran into the shop, and In chased after him. Sasam and Po returned to Po's house. Sasam lay down on Po's lap. Po apologized for troubling Sasam because he had forgotten his iPad in the room. For Sasam, it was not a problem. He had no intention of going anywhere else. Still, Po felt guilty. He had made Sasam tired by taking him home. And he had forgotten that it was Sasam's day off. Sasam reassured Po that it was fine. He did not feel tired at all. If Sasam was honest, he never expected to have feelings like this. He was used to living alone. Even though he had a job and people around him. When he went home, no one was waiting for him. No one asked how his day had been. Hearing Sasam's confession, Po said that they were the same. He had experienced many things in his life. And chose to feel safe on his own. Not needing to show others his weakest points. But now, Sasam had met Po. With Po, Sasam did not feel the need to carry everything alone. Sasam thanked Po for everything. Because he could not resist how tempting Sasam looked. Po began touching him. Po even asked whether Sasam wanted him too. They kissed. And as usual, it did not stop at just a kiss. Sasam began removing his clothes and moved toward Po. Back to In and Meen. Meen asked whether the two of them had lost control. All because of In. In hugged Meen and begged him not to leave. He wanted Meen to accompany him that night. Seeing In's expression, Meen gave in, and they kissed again. For In, Meen had become his. The next day, Po was asked to come to Sasam's house. Ingon was also there. In introduced Ingon to Po, saying that he was Sasam's older brother. Ingon asked whether the person in front of him was Po. Po answered yes. That was the explanation of Peach Lover episode 3. See you again in the next episode.